Hello, everybody. It's I, Rizzler. Welcome back to Universim. I played this game before on the channel, but it's been a while, and I noticed its 1.0 release is coming January 22nd, so just a little less than a month away. And so I decided I'd jump back in. So I jumped in earlier, and there were a few things that were different. They've fleshed a few things out. They've made a few small quality of life improvements, so I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. And so we're gonna jump in here, and I think we're going to what's our evolution tower here. Yep.
Take a look at your new subjects. They're called nuggets, largely because of their body's apparent inability to keep itself in one piece. Adahi and Elu, the architects of their species. They are the founders of everything that nuggets will ever know or achieve.
So yeah, there's a narrator. So research finished. If you're unfamiliar with Universim, it's a great little game. It's the water wheel, fire, that, fishing, and then that.
The cogs are turning.
Yeah, it's a city builder game. You plan most of the buildings. You don't plan residential. That's you have creator powers. As you can see quite a few here. You'll get little messages. You can pick things up, and you do research. You have a huge research tree.
Natural evolution is a wonderful thing to observe. Unfortunately, it usually ends poorly. We don't have time for that. Fortunately, you have the ability to influence your civilization's evolution and improve its chances of survival. You can prioritize whatever your heart desires, but remember that the heart is idiotic at best. So use your head instead. That's a pretty good motto to live by. Well, unless you're mining stone, of course.
Yeah, the narrator, I love the narrator on this. He's hilarious. He'll occasionally make comments to you. You can prioritize buildings. Residential buildings, like I said, you don't place. They do that themselves. So you kind of have to guide them a little bit residentially. You kind of want to build buildings that are essential. If you want the houses to go this way, which you don't because there's a mountain right there, but maybe this way, or kind of cluster them over here. You don't want to build like diners and things right here and put more industrial things over here, but you need to temper it too, like workplaces. Like you don't want to put something where someone has to work all the way over here, because then they're going to build a house over there. But once they build a house, they don't move, so they stay put. So. Water wheel is done. Get the water pump installed.
This is quite a beautiful planet. Try not to ruin it, will you?
And then God powers the telekinesis. You can go like this and drop it in and help out with the construction.
So you've uprooted a tree. Now what?
And it's a good idea not to do this too close in view, otherwise they freak out from the pure just power that you exhibit. I only have one believer, really. I mean, sometimes you want to do things.
Your civilization grows stronger with.
Okay. Let's get king and then bats.
Every item you research, creator.
The more believers you have, the better.
This message
of love. Dear creator, we don't mean to sound like we're complaining, but we're having a tough time doing all the work. Two of us. Is there any way we can expand our civilization? I think we're in a few extra helping hands. If there is an easy way of going about this. One that does not want month's discomfort and weird cravings followed by hours of excruciating pain. Kind regards to you.
Which is quite odd. Beware of the trees. Well, that's obviously nonsense. Not to worry, I'll just put that over here in the garbage pile. Here's another message that makes more sense.
Your creator. So you did that Cupid thing, so you get an S. Dear creator, something really weird just happened. I was doing my daily task, my nose, acting a little strange, and there was a twinkle in his eyes I'd never seen before. He somehow appeared more handsome than usual. He has never been the smartest guy, but taught me a few things about biology today. Oh gosh.
Nuggets are all unique to one another. Although there are some things that are shared between nuggets, these include the need for certain essentials like food and water, a stable roof over their heads, and an occasional nap. They want to learn, build, discover, and create. It would all be quite inspirational if they also didn't happen to be the species that initially thought their shadows were trying to eat them.
We got the wood done. And we're researching the tools there, yeah. And then, yeah, there's this funny
If
thing.
I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to catch up peak.
Hardly. Yeah, that's funny. In fact, if you click on it, it has that, so it's cute in that regard. There'll be a message down here about new nuggets coming pretty soon.
Oh, would you look at that? A little baby nugget. Aren't they adorable when they're young?
Your creator, we're struggling to get names for other ones. Ed keeps wanting to call them something like trivial, like stick and stone. About ready to break his bones. I suggest some more appropriate names. These I'm trying too hard. Can you please help us? Got it.
Don't get too attached, though. They're still mortal after all. Plus, they will soon be old enough to have an opinion and make questionable life decisions. Let's see how much you like them then.
Jack and Nadia. There you go. Yeah. Your creator, thank you. We are truly inspirational. We can never use such amazing names. I know Nadia and Jack fit them perfectly. They will carry these. Yeah, okay. So if you look at your nuggets here, sometimes they have traits over here, like hard worker, immune, lazy, glutton. So sometimes sometimes not always, but sometimes when you use those traits for certain jobs, like if you have somebody who's a glutton,
we're doing this again, are we?
Who eats a lot, you want to get them cooking, because they'll, and then when you have people who are hard workers or who maybe are extra strong, or something, there are lots of things. I one time had a nugget that was super immune to everything, and I put them in the hospital because I was like, well, if you're immune to things, it's like you should be working in healthcare because maybe that with sick people. But if you can barely get sick or not at all, then that's great. Ooh, there's a whale. Huh. Not definitely the right place to fish. Not that my nugget can catch that whale, but there are probably other fish. So. It's water pump built. So there is a method to the research. So this when you go into research thing, it pauses things. So tools gives you the engineer hub, which allows you to repair buildings. And then I did this so we can build the reservoir, and then you want to get cooking done. So you can cook things, but fishing is definitely also essential so you can start getting food because there are seasons in this game, and you don't want to go, yeah, I'll do fishing last, and then winter rolls around, and while you have food, you might be low on food, so. Here comes Ade. There are also other buildings they will build on their own. Not very many, but if they believe in you and really and such, and the belief gets strong. Eventually,
This water pump
eventually,
system is rather advanced for such a young civilization. I mean, sure, it's built out of rocks, wood, and a bit of string, but impressive nonetheless.
well, usually the water pump turns, but okay. Usually it's moving. That's fine. Usually it only stops around winter time. You know what? It says it's pumping 30%, 30 output, so I'll take his word for it. A little disappointed that it's not churning, but I mean it is on the ground, so oh well. Okay, engineers. Let's do well shaft framework.
I hope you've been working on your beach body. You're not going to spend another summer just lazing around, are you?
Oh, summer sounds great right about now. Actually, not really. I kind of like the cold. I'm gonna grab this and toss that down there. Be a little bit of a helping hand here. You have to temper help with when to do it. I mean,
You're looking a little weak, Creator.
early on, sometimes you want to help get things built, but later on, you want to save those points up there for other things. But early, like eventually, you'll get to a point where you have healthcare and where you have a power where you can just heal them. You need to temper that. I remember I healed one nugget that was merely steps from the hospital that I'd built, and I thought, wait a minute, what am I doing? They're like right there. So because you're gonna have services that are good. Like for example, you can rejuvenate buildings, but you build engineers, and and you want to make sure they have things to do. You don't want them just sitting there because what's the point of building it, right? So, and this is not a normal resource gathering thing. You won't see anything up here that tells you how many resources you have or how much of this you have. They, while there is a warehouse that they can put it in, they basically get things as needed. They're not going to go out there and gather tons of things that they don't need. I mean, you see these, you see them getting wood and they don't need any more wood, so you'll see stacks of wood. So they will go out there and they'll get stacks of resources. Um, and then and they'll leave them, where they got them, and then they'll go get them later on if they need them. So you see this guy, he's got stone, which we need stone. But you see, like I said, stacks of wood. We don't need wood, but we'll have it ready and go get a drink. So 1 stone needed.
Someone just drank from the lake again, Creator. They'll never learn.
You'll add hay with rejuvenate creative power. Yeah. The creator, my friend, add hay never had a particularly pleasant face. It's something. Is that looking where? Yeah. Okay.
That nugget isn't looking too good. I don't think purple bumps are very common.
So yeah. So what I just got rewarded was a park. There are parks that you can build. Makes people happy. I like the parks. So take a look at nuggets we got. Any traits? No? Okay. But
I
Jack and the
heard
engineer.
that one asking around about work benefits. They're going to be quite disappointed.
There it is. Now it's turning, finally. I don't know why it took so long. And the temperatures do matter. Like, if you have a reservoir that's building up water, which is the next thing on the list, to store water, if it's too hot, it will evaporate, and it's 34 Celsius. Well, so it's not that the water gets taken away; it's just you won't, make as much. And at 34 Celsius, it's pretty hot. So, gosh, 35 Celsius, boy, it's pretty warm. It is summer, but it's still pretty warm though. So Jack is doing nothing, currently, but that's okay, because we will need him to go around and repair buildings, for long. When I initially got this game, I thought that the narrator was going to drive me up the wall. I was like, oh, he better stop talking. I was like, otherwise things are going to happen. But I actually kind of grew to kind of find it pretty funny. So, one quick thing, you have something called discovery points down here, and discovery points they were a thing that they added in a little while ago. Discovery points are things in here that are not essential necessarily, but are needed to a point that you could discover instantly with discovery points. So cooking, you have to still put it on here, but when it comes to that, it will just instantly do it. So cooking oils will be the first thing we'll do. It it makes their hunger needs a little bit less, so to speak. And then, it's just, you know, anything that can make your life a little bit easier is essential, especially when you're starting out here. So, I'm going to get that fishing hut built the minute that fishing is researched. And we're going to queue up the next thing, so wait for it. And we'll get cooking. Doing the utensils, water, dousing. Lots of water research. Okay. So let's go through resource management. Ding, it's available. And fishing. Put it right here.
Oh my, I do hope you've taught Nuggets how to swim.
Nope. Not at all. Oh boy.
Would you mind giving those poor creatures some privacy, Creator? They're clearly trying to reorganize their furniture.
Sure. Let's go with that. Wow, deforest much? Wow, okay. Then a bit. I'm not even going to try and say that name. Okay, yeah, the efficiency is a little bit over the top. I mean, there used to be a forest here. Also, wolf. Yeah, these, you will have to worry about them sometimes. Luckily, you can pick up animals with your god powers, so you can. So if a wolf gets a little bit aggressive, you can handle things. If there's anything that you'd help your nuggets with, it'd be stone. Stone is particularly hard to grab. Um, oh boy. Oh gosh, they're building the temple. Usually the temple's off to the side. They're putting it right in the middle.
That'll fix them right up.
They're doing certain things like healing people, picking, or construction seemingly all of a sudden having resources helps. The temple, you can't help build it because it doesn't require any resources. It just gets built, so to speak. So, and then there will be somebody who will be a prayer person. To need to turn this building off. Turn the building off for now. Okay. Reservoir. Essential. That temple right there is not helpful.
Have you been retrenching lately? Why are there empty buildings?
Because I don't want to put a particular person in the fishing hut yet. Okay. Reservoir right there. I want to put their kid in there. Okay.
It's getting a bit chilly in here. Winter's coming, Creator.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know that winter's coming. I'm gonna get this. Oopsies. Ah! What am I task for? There we go. Gosh, that was a bad look. Okay. Oh! My bad. Don't run. It's okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Want it again?
You look a little confused. Don't worry, I expected as much. I know you have questions, but you'll learn everything in time, on your own, without bothering me.
Thanks for that. Oh boy. Oh, turn the building on. My bad. Forgot to turn. They have to turn it back on. It doesn't go on automatically. this is in time. At least get a little bit of water. Like it's infected from bad water. Stop getting infected. Oh. I'm gonna have to start researching medicine earlier, you know? Stop drinking from the lake. You know? You know what? Walk it off. Walk it off. Okay, eaters make everybody happy. So we're going to get an eatery. They're fishing. That is something that is different about other sailors. These people, in this one, they actually go out on the boat. In other ones, they're fishing from the dock with a perfectly good boat chilling out there. Is everyone drinking bad water? Stop doing that! Gosh, it takes 10 creator points to heal you guys. Those things don't grow on trees. They don't come around easy, but you're all drinking water that you shouldn't be drinking. Oh yeah, that's right. Jack is still infected because he's... I think I might have to research medicine really early on because I got idiots drinking water from the lake, and everyone's getting sick because they're not smart enough. Okay, if anyone drinks from the lake now, I'm going to be angry because what are you doing? Because we got a reservoir now that's got water in it. The next person that gets infected with the lake, gonna, I don't know, have a talk about the reason that we have these. apart from just it being apart from just the winter being a good idea to have water stored. There's also clean water. outside, Jack. I can heal you. I'm out of the engineer hut.
I can hear water pumps grinding to an icy halt, Creator. It's all up to the reservoirs now.
Oh, we got plenty of water. Get Yumbo or Edimbo or you know what? I don't. What is it? Your creator. Okay. Oh, whoever is crying, suck it up. I heard that you have the power to create miracles. We're trying to build a hut for Nadia and myself to live in, but I fear from my back out.
This one is just being lazy.
Yeah, I would agree, and he's crying too. Okay, fine. Got this. There. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, get medicine at least on the in the queue. They got the residential, so they're building that over there. We got the eatery coming.
Winter is here, Creator. I have a great survival tip for you.
Yes?
Where did I put it? I'll get back to you.
You do that. Oops. Come here. Okay. Drop it in there. Oh. By the way, if you drop in too much, the extra shows up on the outside. So. You also notice things like this. That's part of this building. I did not build that. They put that there. Sometimes those will fall down. It's kind of funny. But yeah, see, as you see, you know, that's way bigger than the house. But they have little things. You'll see like things grow too at their houses. And sometimes they build these. Sometimes you get a bonus and they build two homes like that. So. Jack preparing his childhood home. Good man. So sometimes you'll see two houses built like that, and someone will move and another family will move into the other house. So, one thing I've noticed that's interesting here, and I don't know if this was, well, I can't for sure say this was the case though, but, but your nuggets, they don't have a, they don't get a house until they find a partner. So nobody. So like this is two here, and you go, well, there are other nuggets around here that don't, that can move in there. You have to have a family.
I can't say I'm a fan of nugget delicacies, but it should keep everyone relatively alive and happy. They do seem to brew some interesting beverages, though. Apologies. The universe is infinite, Creator, much like the stupidity of mortals. One day, when you're older, I'll explain how nugget babies are made.
Right. Okay. Also, here at the Evolution Center, there will be elections at times, and there'll be three candidates, and they each have a position. Like one will say, "We're going to focus on medical." One might say, "We're going to ban contraceptives," or then mine might be like literacy or educational focus. It's all different, and you can leave them to their own devices, or you can try and kind of, I guess, you can influence them, like which can kind of nudge who you want them
Be
to vote
careful
for.
with how much research you're feeding into your civilization, Creator. They might soon become smarter than you.
I doubt that highly. I'm guiding them. Go like that. It is negative 20 Celsius. That is really cold. Give you a coworker. Actually, let's not. Wait until we get a few more people. Actually, you know what? By the time spring rolls around, we'll probably have somebody else. So, there. Since we're currently not building anything, we finished the eatery, but that's about as far as I'm going to go in the winter. So many rocks in the world, so little time. Really dedicated to that, mining that stone there, it seems, then. I like how she says, "Don't eat my own shoes. You work at a diner." I'm pretty sure there's plenty of food available. No one else is hungry. Yeah, look here, very high. Everyone seems to be pretty happy. 20 Celsius still. Eventually you can build a weather tower, and this will extend out and tell you what the upcoming temperatures are. So you can kind of get a guess of when the winter months are gonna be drawn to a close, when it's gonna warm up. Again, actually, something I want to do is get Jolt of Joy. That's always good to do after the winter. It makes everyone happy, really extremely happy for 10 minutes. And where happiness is great, Jolt of Joy also helps them work a little bit quicker and things of that sort. So In Jolts of Joy, you just kind of click anywhere and it affects everybody. I always expect there to be a radius, but if you look to activate it, there's no radius. Just as anywhere, it just lights up this little thing. There's also a god power where you can change the season. And that's always something to kind of not think about, but always something to be, curious about. Water dowsing is complete. Okay. So we'll do ancient burial. You see some of these not lighting up, it's because there are other things. In fact, material refinement is the big one, because after we do this one, we're going to be going back to get a bunch of these that you can't research without that tech. So there is a little wisdom behind rushing, through to material refinement and then going back and getting all the text. And so I might do that. I might rush up the material refinement and then go back and get all the text. Just so the only reason I caution against doing that, and I'm a little apprehensive, is material refinement unlocks the industry. So you build like a sawmill factory and like a wood and like a other factory like that. And a lot of your buildings then are upgradable and they need those materials, And so that's the only reason that and actually now thinking about it, I might hold off on doing that because I don't want to put too much of a burden on all these buildings going, hey, why aren't we upgrading? It's like because we're researching everything else. Because some of these buildings, they're upgrades, you need other things. Like, for example, you can upgrade the eatery, but the upgrade is a wood oven. And if you haven't researched wood oven when you upgrade it, then it's not really, then, the upgrade really doesn't matter all that much until you research wood oven. And so it's a good idea to kind of have a couple things maybe in place before you just jump in the upgrade. So there are certain things you want, and you also want a competent workforce too, because those industry buildings I was mentioning, they take a lot of workers. I mean, we're talking about 4 each, so. Really raining. Raining also does, one thing I did like one time, and I found this out by accident. Remember, I had a reservoir and we weren't getting a lot of water, and so there is a god power. It is right. Okay, it's not available yet. There's a god power you get eventually that you can trigger a rain to fall. And so one time I decided that, what the heck, why not try it? Maybe it works. And so I triggered it above a reservoir, and sure enough, the reservoir filled up. This plus up here went up to like 100 or something like that.
Now that winter is over, we should probably perform a head count to see how many nuggets survived.
I think we all made it. Once we get up to 0 Celsius, I'll put that jolt of joy in. But I will also do this. And then, in town hall, I guess. Yeah, the discovery point's
Oh, I'm sorry.
oils.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
Oh. Taking a while to heat up there. There we go. There, everybody's gonna be happy, really happy for the next 10 minutes. Just noticed he's up on a little bit of a hill. Yeah, 7 and 1, so 8 people, 8 believers. That's how you keep track of things. And then this tells you kind of how they like it. So do they fear you or do they love you? And the fear isn't always a bad thing. I mean, fear can be a bad thing in this game if you are just like, chaos reigns. But part of the fear can be if you pick up if a nugget's walking up and you uproot a tree in front of them, they will run in terror. And that can get you towards the fear thing. You don't want to go too benevolent because then when you do something, that's fearful, it shatters it, but you at the same time you don't want them to be so afraid of you that you do something nice and you don't get points, or you don't get that very much because there's a raising of the eyebrow. Why would you do something nice and such? So I mean, it basically is which way do you want to go, and so I'm fine either way. I do like it more on this side though because then they actually genuinely appreciate you and what you do for them. You want to, usually, I kind of keep it balanced a little bit slanted this way. This is really far over here. And it probably has something, which is strange considering that I crushed this building, the first time around. But hey, I guess, if it works, right? So let's see what we got in terms of the nuggets. No traits, it looks like. Which is fine. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it here. I hope you enjoyed this Universim. Thanks for taking some time out as you to watch it, especially with the holidays around. So if you liked it, make sure to crush that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys. I'd appreciate it. And Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed holiday. Anyways, guys, until next time, this is Rosler. I'm logging off.